Alright, here you go, guys. I'm not using a tripod, so I'm sorry about that. This is WoW on the iBook. We're running at 800 by 600. Nothing spectacular. Let me go to the frame rates. 5 frames per second. See if I can zoom in. And, you know, like I said, 800 by 600, and every setting is turned down. Everything. Now, I'll tell you right now, I'm not a particular fan of WoW. I'm actually, this is my highest character, a level 8 wizard warlock human. So don't know how well you guys can see that. Let me change focus to a close up. You can almost see it. 800 by 600, 60 hertz, 16-bit color. All of those settings are turned down. Everything down there is turned off. The only thing I have on is hardware curse. Let me turn that off. I doubt that will do anything. I have UI scales on as well. I guess I can turn that off, but I want to leave that on. I'll just turn it off. I don't care. Okay, just gonna reset it. Still nothing perfect. Like, nothing great. Let me throw into full screen mode. So it's playable. I mean, I think not using the software mouse bumped some frames. Yeah, I've got 12, 13 frames per second now. So it's playable now. I guess the hardware scale mouse thing sort of did that. But I'm getting decent frame rates, I guess. Now what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to turn off this video and I'm going to overclock the iBook. Because I found a program yesterday when I was just browsing out how to boost performance in the iBook. I found a program that allows me to overclock the video card. Give it 64 megs of video RAM. Increase how well it responds with the computer and all. So I'm going to do that now, and I'll turn back on the camera once that's done. See how well it boosts the performance. Now, okay guys, here's WoW. I just overclocked my Mac. In this current room, I'm getting 30 frames per second. Don't know how well you guys can see that, but it's just 30 frames per second. That's probably because this room is just inside. If I go outside, looks very smooth. Go outside. Okay. Currently, I'm getting 29 frames per second from overclocking this iBook. And I didn't actually do a whole lot. I just bumped it up by 11% performance. So it's pretty nice. Of course, this is still 800 by 600. I'm not changing that because I want best performance. Currently 24 frames per second. So, can't really do anything. 24. Let me throw it into windowed mode. 26 frames per second. You get better frame rates when it's in windowed mode for some odd reason. And yeah, this is really smooth now for overclocking. Now 18 frames per second because I'm moving a whole lot. Constantly moving like this. 18 frames per second. It sometimes will go down to 14, but not too often. This is fantastic frames. And the way I overclocked is I went over here to System Preferences after installing something. System Preferences. And I downloaded something called ATI Accelerator. There it is. And it basically allows me to overclock it, so you can see my processor and my CPU and my GPU up by 11%, memory up by 10.65%, and I can do stock frequencies right there. So if this does start to screw up my iBook, I'll just do that. But this is definitely boosting frame rates. I mean, in the iBook, I mean, you know, this thing came out in 2004 with only 32 megabytes of video RAM. It shouldn't even be able to get this good of frame rates, but it is, even with every setting turned off. So currently I have 28 frames per second. Let me fight something. Find something to fight. So there we go. Got a boar. Let me start casting crap. Alright, he's dead. So no real drop in frames from there. I saw that perfectly fine. broken tusk. So yeah, WoW works perfectly in the iBook, even though it only has 512 megabytes of RAM and running macOS 10 Leopard. And so yeah, there's WoW. I'm going to be gaming on the laptop. I probably won't be paying for WoW though. This is just the 10-day trial. So, but you know, that's pretty cool just to know that WoW can run quite well without really a whole lot of drop in frames. Of course, I don't know how raids go. I don't know how tons of monsters in the map would do it. Probably drop me quite well in frames, but you never know.